There it goes. Hey, everybody. Good morning for most of us, anyway, here in the States. Welcome to another Lunch Meat Classic. This one is between Dan and Torbjorn, as we've had a few Euros jump into the Lunch Meat this time, and Torb is doing quite well. So this is round four, I believe. Next week will be the final, so whoever wins here will play against Schmid in the final. Torb's on Inhumans, and Dan is on Defenders. I originally planned to have Caller join me to add to the European invasion, but some stuff came up, and my friend Brady has graciously jumped in last minute to help me out. How you doing, Brady?
Hey, doing good. Just came home and excited to see a cool game.
Yeah, should be a good one. I know Torb has really been talking up Inhumans, as I mean, a lot of people have, but Torb's been on it for quite a while, and he is very high on them. And notably, he is not very fond of strange defenders, so it'll be kind of cool to see him play against the matchup and see what happens. I'm a defenders homer, so I have a little bit of bias here, but never know what might happen.
I've been seeing Torb's chats and the one of the big meta monsters is always Shang-Chi, and he's always been just very dismissive of like that man is the easiest ball in the world to kill. Well, now there's a in faction Shang-Chi that could pop up here, and on McCran where he just flows like water the whole time and just keeps flipping points, he could pop up.
Yeah, and we do see some quick activations here. It was Torb with Prio. So he got to take his extracts as Inhumans like to do, so that they get the civilians for Terrigenesis. So McCran and Spider Infected, and Torb has activated Black Bolt, Toad, Quicksilver, Karnak, Gorgon, and Miles. And he's bringing Brace, Royal Family, Terrigenesis, Patch Up, and Great Refuge, of course. Still waiting on Dan's side.
This is a beefy lineup with a lot of mobility
Mm-hmm.
between like Quick Quicksilver, Gorgon, and Spider-Man just to hop around, kick some people off points, and flip some stuff. Good team. I like it.
Yeah, I like it a lot too. Quicksilver definitely for the mobility on the McCrans, I would assume, since he doesn't get his steal here, since these are civilians, not assets. But
Mm.
he's got a steal with Miles, and then obviously the Terrigenesis that was mentioned. Dan's side is bringing Doctor Strange, Hawkeye, Yondu, which I think is a pretty cool pick with Strange,
Oh, okay.
Okoye, and Namor. And he's got Mystic Ward, Recal, Brace, Seven Sons of Cinnabus, and Sacrifice.
Seven Suns. That's a rarely seen card for mine. It's so rare that the pixels aren't even there for the card in game.
Yeah. He brought it last week too. It didn't come up to get played against Curtis, but it seems like Dan likes it on McCran here, knowing that he's going to have Okoye likely next to Strange bodyguarding, so that's already one of the two he needs, and then you figure someone else will be around, like Namor giving rerolls or something, so it's probably not super hard to get off.
Oh, that'd be scary to set up a eight dice beam five on probably f three four models with a bunch I Agamotto rerolls and uh, an 8 Namor reroll.
Yeah, could do some good damage. And I think it auto incinerates, right?
Let's see. It says, oh, if on damage incinerate, and then on top of strange leadership, which it could give out hex as well. Assuming by that time that that's played, the entire enemy team is not just hexed entirely.
Right. Yeah, I
Really?
have yet to have the misfortune of pulling a spider-infected game with Doctor Strange, but I would be surprised to see Dan pick up a spider with Strange, because he doesn't like to get moved around.
I would see Hawkeye and Yondu as my picks for it, and maybe a Namor, just because this Hawkeye can uh, position with the hook arrow. Yondu's got the hit and run, and Namor's just so mobile. It doesn't super matter unless he loses prio.
Yeah, I would expect it to be Hawkeye and Namor, assuming there's not a third one for him to pick up in round one, assuming Toad comes and grabs that middle. It's not going to be an immediately safe Toad, that's for sure, though, with all these range 5 attacks around with Yondu and Hawkeye.
Especially with the ignoring cover Yaka arrow from. Well, actually, it's ignore cover from both, from Hawkeye
Yep.
for trick shot, and then just innately to ignore cover for Yandu.
Yeah. I really like these long range attackers with Strange. They can get the hexes out really quick. Sometimes just randomly spike, obviously, but generally just getting out the hexes. And Hawkeye and Yondu both stat conditions with it if they're rolling wilds. Like Yondu gives the slow, Hawkeye has the option of a bunch of different choices.
Yeah, people are worried about the APOC like condition game, and now there's uh strange gun line throwing out slows, poison, shocks,
Hmm.
hexes, just all throughout the world.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Um, we'll see how quick Black Bolt ends up with a hex on him because I know when I'm playing against Inhumans, I tend to try to just throw a stray shot his way as fast as possible just to limit his output where I can.
Something I could definitely see happening here is sometime later in the game that if Strange or Namor can get a good hit onto Black Bolt, that a stagger from Namor could go off, or the Strange Spender could try to activate him because there's um no sacrifices, no other bodyguard tech. Well, I guess there is Gorgon if you just miss position, but it'd be pretty
Right.
cool.
All right, so yeah, we see Toad as expected coming up and grabbing that middle for his first activation. And now Dan is eyeing up what he can do with either Yondu or Hawkeye. It looks like he's opting for a Yondu shot.
Oh, he'll have an innate reroll, so this is basically 6 dice
Yeah.
because he'll be contesting the secure.
Yeah, I played Yondu in a few games with Strange, and I did enjoy it because like he's a little self-sufficient. He doesn't need to be in the reroll bubble with Namor. Let's see what he hits. It is
Well,
not good. Boy, that is a big 0 successes. See if he re-rolls to try to just get a wild Toad blocking 1.
okay, searching for it. Good. Nope, another skull.
Ooh, that's a rough start.
Well, he's got one more range 5 gun.
Yeah. Yeah, you want Yondu to start building that power though, just because you turn on like hit and runs, and the spinner can be pretty devastating, right?
hmm If he gets a bad spider infected flip for next round, he could just get repositioned and just lose any hit and run access.
Yep. Yeah, I'm a little surprised he picked up on Yondu, just because Hawkeye has that hook arrow reposition so easy. All right, we see Torb being aggressive with Quicksilver here, coming up to grab one of Dan's spiders. Notably, Strange is right there. I know Quicksilver doesn't care too much about like a 5 dice. Oh, he
Uh,
used
he's
Speedster, of course.
he's been passing. We missed it. He passed 2 power to Quicksilver just to get him the speedster, walk, grab, and walk away.
Of course, yeah. It's a little earlier than I normally stream, so you're gonna have to keep me honest here, Brady.
Do my best.
Yeah, so now he's just measuring to try to avoid anything. He might not be able to avoid a shot completely, but we'll find out.
Kind of looks like it's starting your classic Inhumans with Prio round 1 of 4-1 on extracts, which is
Hmm.
pretty rough.
Yeah, I wonder if Dan was expecting him to come up and grab that right away with Quicksilver like that. We do see him measuring to see if he can reach him, and it looks like he might just reach him for one stray shot there.
I can never.
It's very
I can never.
close.
Because maybe that's what the that range 5 from earlier was if Torb may know some measuring magic to say a move stick plus the range 5 might be like base plus 4.
Right. Yeah, it's very close. It's either going to be just out or just in. Either way, I mean, I guess the only thing you risk by not immediately going for it is Bolt coming up to be in bodyguard range.
Hmm.
But we see Namor going for the opposite steal and just saying, I'm going to not worry about Miles and Karnak here.
Yeah, it might not be too bad. Miles could. Oh, actually, Karnak walk punch or walk meditate and hope to give a power to web swing to Miles to double kick.
Yeah.
A lot of options here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't hate either way that he goes with it. If Karnak gets a decent hit into Namor, he could build some power to just immediately weakness him too, which would be kind of cool. And that's what he looks like. That's what he's going for.
A mighty 2 to a mighty 2.
Does look like they'll both take their rerolls, and we're not going to see any damage here. So that was about as bad as that could have gone for Torb, because now he doesn't even have power to move over to Miles.
So now it's
Okay.
yeah a walk kick from Miles at best.
I'm sorry, Cornac. Karnak. I like corn, Brady. What can I say? Karnak spent power, so I don't see that McCran marked, but I'm assuming that's what that was spent power or power spent on, because Miles is still on one.
Oh, it could have been. Oh, much earlier in the game, Karnak gave it to Quicksilver because
Oh, yeah,
Karnak and
very
Gorgon
possible.
are out of power, so that's the two power can come from for
Fair.
to
Yeah.
fish it to Quicksilver.
So we see a Hawkeye shot coming into Toad. Man, Toad blocking pretty well, but Hawkeye does get 1 damage. Notably not enough to Slippery, but he will put the big ol' hex on Toad.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Crunstle in the chat saying, surprised to see Namor with the extract being civilian. I know personally, like, Namor is just a staple of defenders, and I think even more so with Strange than even when I was playing Daredevil. And, like, I don't put too much thought into that. Like, I of course, favor the assets for his drop, but it doesn't dissuade me bringing him if it's a civilian.
And plus, at least on that side, the only threat it was Karnak and Miles. Now it's just a 4 dice kick from Miles, unless he wants to burn Great Refuge to double tap Namor, which I don't really see that happening just for some early aggression.
I could definitely understand a double tap or a Great Refuge double tap with Black Bolt here, depending on what Dan does on that side. I think Torb is waiting to activate Black Bolt to decide if he wants to double tap either Okoye or Strange that moves up there.
What's this?
Miles took a power from Toad since Toad
Oh,
gained
yep.
that power for the web swing. So he is getting a decent hit into Namor, 2 damage going through, no throw. Um, but that'll give Miles
Okay, yeah.
power back to take that McCran.
Good. Smart, smart Inhumans place.
Yeah, you really got to be on top of that leadership, like understanding what they're able to do in response to you just doing like a single damage like that. So we do see Strange coming up, and it looks like he is just out of Quicksilver
Ooh.
there. It's unfortunate. And like, not only is that unfortunate for Dan because obviously points wise he was trying to bring that back, but
Hmm.
Strange starting slow and not building power right away just makes him feel a lot worse, not being able to um, give dice boosts out everywhere.
Yeah, if you can't just turret round one, if it doesn't feel very good.
So now we will see if Torb wants to double tap Strange, and I don't know that that's worth it in my opinion, but maybe Torb's a more aggressive player than I am. He is measuring that range 3 place.
It's aggressive, but I do like it because he's probably pretty likely to six die pierce, punch Strange, and on the off chance Strange only gets one shield like block in there, he
Hmm.
can always pierce that one to deny that extra tick of power gen.
Yeah. We do see him spending 2 power, so I believe we're seeing a refuge. Yeah, I could just understand like not saving the card for a later time when you might have different uses for it because Strange is on 0 power and he's not really able to do anything at the moment. But yeah, I don't hate it either way.
Plus Torb's wider, so he'll never truly have prio unless he gets dazed a whole bunch. So he could just like, all right, we'll just try and kill him.
Yeah. So we see 2 with Pierce before any rerolls from Torb, 3 with Pierce, and we're gonna see an Eye of Agamotto from Doctor Strange. It's just gonna be a straight 3 damage.
All right, does he go hyper aggressive and have no power and master punch him? No. Okay.
I think he might
Fine.
have had he gotten 1 more power.
I can see that for sure. Oh, well, good Strange roll, triple crits.
There we go. Yeah, Strange boosted his defenses, and
Hey, he
yeah,
gets $1.
no damage going through, and he gets a power back. And this is where you start to wonder, like, did you waste refuge, right? Because like now Strange is going to be able to activate next round, hex you, heal himself to full, and it's like, why did I bother doing that?
That's always the so backbreaking fighting these new defender Stranges of like, all right, what's the team got in there? All right, it's Wong, it's Patch Up, and it's a defender Strange, and it's like, oh, if I don't kill a model in one activation, they're just brought to full every
Yep.
single time.
Yeah, we might even see just a hex from Okoye here if she can manage to. Or, well, he's 5 threats, so she doesn't even need damage. Just pop him with the Spear Blast and be done with it.
Such a nice design space of just high threat auto effect kind of thing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've definitely found the auto 5 threat part of it to be pretty useful.
It always seems funny to me the idea of like, say, any grunt can walk up, punch a Hulk, and like, all right, well I whiffed, but now you're just hexed for the whole game. Like, oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Jesus.
I've definitely done that with some hand ninjas off of Electra. All
Go
right.
Koye, go Koye, go, 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 go. Curse him.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine she has anything else to do here. So Spear Blast is gonna put a damage or 2 into Bolt here.
Okay,
Bolt,
wow, yeah.
yeah, Bolt whiffs his defense roll. She gets 2 successes, so that'll be 2 damage and a hex.
I just kind of wish we could use the tools to see if like to see if it's like Strange and Black Ball are within 3 of each other. If that attack just happened to do no damage, and Strange's like, well, next round I'm just gonna just rip a spender into you and just try to activate you.
Yeah, it's always an option. I think I probably use that spender a lot less than most people, but in the right situation, it's certainly useful.
That was a very smart play from Torbjorn just to get the too dangerous to ignore man just right in front of the turret guy.
Yeah.
So first attack kind of has to go to Gorgon.
I mean, I don't think Dan cares about that, honestly. Like, now that Bolt has hexed, he doesn't want to attack Bolt. Um,
Oh, true.
like, yeah, sure, I'll kill a Gorgon. And honestly, it's easier to build power on Gorgon because he has less defense than Bolt,
Hmm.
boosted. But we do see a 5-4 lead for Torbjorn in round one, and Dan's going to go into round two with Prio, so we'll see what he opts to open with. They do have to do spider rolls, so that could definitely influence the decision.
Uh, Dan does have the option to choose Order of Macran Power Boost and Spider Infected because it could give an extra power to Yondu to have the hit and run
Hmm.
if the Spider Infected happens to push him in a weird way.
Yeah, I imagine he's doing spiders first, or I mean, powers first. It does look like he did because Yondu's already got that 2 power.
Oh, yep, yep.
Namor's getting pushed. We see Torb wanting to keep him within 2 of Karnak, obviously, for multiple reasons. He's got martial artist, and he can open up with attacks into him right away if Namor doesn't activate first. And we see a Yondu moving. And that's going to force Yondu to, unfortunately, have to move before he attacks.
He could go last with Yondu just to have the hit and run as an option if Torb decides to be aggressive with it.
Right.
Oh,
Oh,
or
well, or that'll just total
Toad's right
get
there.
moved in. Yeah. Spoke too soon. Yeah,
So
everyone's
who do you think
getting
goes
moved by these
first?
spiders.
I think it's Strange or Namor. Which ones do you think might be the options he chooses?
Um, I don't know. Like, there's definitely good cases for a lot of things here. Like, you could argue that Yondu should go to make sure he gets to double attack, right? Like, since
Hmm.
Toad is right there. You could argue Namor just to make sure, like, Karnak doesn't do anything crazy to him. Um, I think there's a little bit less of an argument for Strange just because Okoye is there, able to bodyguard at least one attack. So you're not incredibly worried about Strange dying.
I could see a
Um,
Namor charge Toad to punch him, and then Spender to get that. I think it's a free interact on just try to flip the McCran and then walks away.
yeah, that wouldn't be awful. Get Namor out of danger. I do like Namor like trying to get down towards Strange to kind of like uh, get the bubble fully assembled and
Hmm.
be in range for dice boosts and all that. But it looks like we're seeing Yondu, and we are seeing a hit and run into Toad first off.
Okay. A middling roll
Still
from Yondu.
not great from Yondu, yeah.
Hex is forgotten about currently.
Maybe that's why Torb doesn't like the leadership, because he just doesn't pay attention to it. But yeah, either way, no damage was going to go through there. But, I mean, that does mean he'll just get an easy second shot, point blank range.
Yeah. Super ignore cover. Yondu.
Man, Yondu
But
is just, yeah, he's not doing it right now.
oh,
Yeah, none of the rerolls have converted. He's not rolling more than one success on any of these attacks. Toad blocking, one on all of them at least. Just not going to do it.
well, not a definitely not a great turn. I think we might
Yeah.
see a Karnak. Yep, Karnak measuring out Namor just to punch him.
Yeah, hopefully Dan keeps us cool on this one because I mean, Inhumans are a tough matchup, especially when they get their extracts, and like you really need the dice to show up for you pretty quick. So like it's certainly still a close game as long as Torb's dice don't go crazy. If Dan doesn't tilt, then he can still make things happen for sure.
I believe this is Karnak punching Namor with a much better starting dice of 3 crits, all converting into 6,
Oof. Yeah,
with
that thing.
Inhumans still left to go.
The thing I just said about the dice not going crazy.
Well, good old 7 on 5.
I saw Dan immediately throw all the damage on, but then take it off. He's probably considering a recal here.
I would for sure. This is a huge recal for sure. You maybe skull out for a couple of these, but
Yeah.
7 off the rip is a lot.
Yeah, losing Namor here would be fairly rough. It is an interesting decision though because like you also have to figure he's probably still going to get at least a damage, and then if that happens, he weaknesses and his next attack is even bigger.
Hmm.
So Dan is opting to save the recal for later, and just let Karnak be done.
So that's a pretty good start from Torbjorn on this end, and now the dice really need to show up between basically Hawkeye and Doctor Strange against 4 more Inhumans.
Yep, that's pretty much where we're at. I mean, I think if he wants to activate Strange here and try to just build power and hopefully get a daze somewhere, um, like that can kind of mitigate what just happened, and then he can come back next round and hope to swing things.
Hmm.
Attacking into Quicksilver is might be a little rough,
Oh, that's pretty good.
but that is yeah, it's a good roll initially.
4 and a
Strange showing
Pierce.
4 with a Pierce into Quicksilver's none. I don't think real rerolls have happened.
If damage goes through, he can push him short, and that basically guarantees he can't trickster or not trickster, speedster away, or can't catch me away. It can go into bodyguard, but not at least not
Yes,
out of range of the attack.
correct. Which is, I think that's what Torb is debating. He's like, do I just take all of this damage so that I have speedster money to do all of that?
Hmm.
Did we see a strange reroll there? Did he Agamotto that 4 with a Pierce?
Into 5 with Pierce.
Holy crap! I mean, that takes some balls right there.
Oh, the double conversion, so it takes 4.
Wow, what an Agamotto though. Props for that.
Oh, Gorgon's still there, so no matter where Quicksilver goes, there's a taunt right in the way.
That's true. Um, so yeah, we see Strange healing himself after that to spend some of the power he just built, and we'll see what he opts to do. I think I personally would just do another builder here, just so that you have power built up.
Hmm.
Because if you're spindering, then you don't have enough power for even a single shield boost. I mean, unless you roll a shield on the spender.
I think yeah, I think attack Quicksilver, force catch me or taunt or bodyguard out to get some better options.
Yeah. It looks like he
Kind of
is
find
eyeing up the speedster, or the can't catch me into bodyguard. He may want to hold Gorgon's power, The only reason I could think that this would be a worse option would be Bolt getting pushed back and essentially staggered from it.
Oh, is he just taking it?
He may just be taking it. And it looks like it's going to get him because Strange rolling well. 3 with a Pierce. Quicksilver can only block a max of 3 with his rerolls.
That just seems off to me. You've got all this tech options to bodyguard and taunt and everything, and
I mean, Torb probably feels like he's in a pretty good position, which I would agree with him.
Mhm.
And I can understand him not wanting Bolt to get moved backwards,
Mm.
and not risking a spike into Gorgon. So it makes some amount of sense to me. Yeah, so Strange will get that spider, sitting on 6 power at the end of his activation.
Okay.
Uh, Interesting to note that uh, if Torb doesn't go with Toad here, then Dan will have a window where he's able to try to daze Toad with Hawkeye and maintain priority, which would salvage a lot of what's happened. But we do see Toad activate and run
Okay.
off towards
Yeah.
Black
Good.
Bolt.
Good. Good and safe. I kind of feel like there could be a pass from Dan coming up.
It's rough, right? Like the pass is better for potential McCran points, but worse for catching up from being down, right?
Yeah. And I just can't see Okoye doing much to throw some
Mm-hmm.
spears at Bolt or Gorgon, or Hawkeye can he can condition down a couple people, but ultimately I don't think he can kill anybody. And just like, wait, is he setting up? Oh,
Yeah,
okay, no, that's Doctor Strange's activation. I was like, is Seven Sons of Cinebus out of activation? Like, nope, never mind.
you could be looking at it for next round, and yeah, I don't know if I would be comfortable passing here. I might go with a Koye to try to get a hex on Gorgon there, like walk up and do a strike, hopefully build some power and get a hex on him. Hawkeye's the safer play to try to get some hexes out. Yeah, Crunt's still pointing out that Mystic Ward, is a card. It can be used to mitigate at least one VP here whenever
Oh yeah,
Dan feels the need.
the card's always been so backbreaking to fight defenders on like Fisk or wedding guests or
Yeah,
the wedding secure of
wedding party. Yeah.
yeah wedding party to just early round to deny super refuse flank. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's always a good card. Flip to McCran.
Yeah, it's arguably Defender's best card. We see. Okay, so we did see a pass, I think, and we see Bolt just attacking into Okoye.
Okay. Yep.
We saw a dice boost from Strange.
So 3 with Pierce into 2, taking 2.
Yes. Yeah, so Okoye half dead. I imagine we just see the same thing. Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
we'll see if there's a sacrifice. It's rough.
That
The
is rough to pass and then effectively be told.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna pass again because I'm gonna daze this person. Yep.
Strange
Okay.
buffed the dice, and doesn't matter. 5 with a pierce is gonna get Koye.
Ooh, 6 of Pierce. Now you
Unless
recal.
unless he opts for recal, but he's got 2 skulls in that roll. Yeah, I think losing a Koye was fairly likely here, and that's like why I didn't like the pass option.
If he keeps funneling power into Gorgon, um, Gorgon could have the option to in two more passes walk Spender Strange just to auto throw off point and take them a cran without even like needing to 50-50. Just
Yep. We see another power being passed to Gorgon. Yeah, so he has the spender power now. Strange with just enough power left for a single dice boost.
mhm.
Did we see another pass?
Yep.
Oh man.
So charge. Okay. Not walk Spender, but just walk charge builder, most likely into if he builds enough Spender and just toss him.
Yep.
Was that 5 dice from Gorgon with a stun?
He's hitting it. Strange with a good defense roll. The
Okay.
stun is pretty backbreaking for Strange.
So no damage, 1 power to Strange. Pretty solid.
That's actually probably pretty ideal outside of getting spender money for Torb. Because now Strange cannot dice boost and he is stunned.
I think you just punch him again. Yep.
Hey, Mike. I was waiting for the dice to show up and I didn't realize they were all blanks. Uh, so not a,
One,
not a
all right, a
great
big
punch.
2,
Two
2 to
into two
2,
blocks. All right, well.
and now just goes for the coin flip. See if he takes it.
Yeah, aside from the stun on Strange there, I think he got out of that one pretty
Oh,
unscathed.
Dan, Dan tried to eye Wakamoto just I think to flip, hope to get a shield for more power.
Yeah, of course. Still takes no damage. Torb hits the 50-50 and takes the Macran. So that's probably going to force Hawkeye over.
Thought that he has to swing over, probably have to hope to do a damage and walk him off, or do damage and then walk over to flip it back,
Yeah,
or have build enough to have Mystic Ward money.
so Mystic Ward can be played out of activation, but unfortunately, no one has power for it besides Hawkeye right now.
It costs what, 2? Yeah, 2.
It does, yeah.
Oh, that's why Strange was fishing for a shield or just to take more damage, just to.
Yeah, it might have just been to take more damage to get shield boost power.
Mm.
I think Strange is going to be hard pressed not to do a shake next round. First
Yeah.
action. I think Dan's wondering if he can hook arrow and be on that that Macran.
I don't think it gets there.
Yeah, I think it's probably just short, mainly because of like Strange's positioning on there. He's opting just to take some shots into Karnak.
Oh, interesting.
Which, yeah, I don't hate. It's not, it doesn't worry about martial artists.
All
A
right.
good roll from Hawkeye.
Four's pretty good.
Yeah, 4 into 2 blocks with some wilds, so he's gonna get a condition from Hawkeye and Hex if he chooses to use it here, because it is once per turn. I agree. Just use it, and he will decide on show slow, bleed, shock, or isn't there a fourth one? Slow, bleed,
Uh,
shock, or poison.
well,
Yeah. And he chooses shock, which is like my favorite Hawkeye combo. Just Hex and shock them at the same
just
turn.
really just yeah, really neuters your dice.
He builds 2 power, so notably that is enough to hook arrow and then Mystic Ward if he decides he wants to do that.
I guess we got the weakness token transferred over to Hawkeye in case another shot went to Karnak. He'd have a boosted extra 3
So my question on
dice.
that is, can you move that weakness token whenever you want?
When you're attacked, but the goofy thing with it is, say it's on Hawkeye now. If someone dazed Hawkeye, the token will now stay because quote unquote special conditions can't be
Well,
removed or added.
right, but it's not a special condition, and the superpower itself doesn't say there can only be one weakness token in play.
A weakness token on. Wait, has nobody asked to place like 12 of these things in a game?
That's what I'm wondering right now. But anyway, catching up on the game, Hawkeye has hook arrowed down to Strange, and it looks like he did make it on there, and he managed to snake that McCran back. Surprisingly, he's shooting
Oh,
Bolt here. Um,
I mean, fishing for wilds, what you got to maybe shock him again or give him shock.
Hawkeye getting another good shot here. Yeah, Bolt blocking 2, 5 successes for Hawkeye. Does get that shock. This is actually kind of where you want Bolt to be, though. Playing against him is just on 1 health, a little
Hmm.
bit neutered, and so like hopefully you don't have to deal with him for a while. But when you do, it's just 1 damage you have to do. Notably, though, Torb has patch up.
So swing from Spider-Man. I like this because he could kick Yondu. If he builds 2 power, that's enough to Spender grab the spider. If he builds 3 power, Spender grab spider, take him out. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, we see 3 successes with no throw from Yondu. 2 blocks, so only 1 damage going through here. Um, so that leaves Spider-Man on 3 power. He's attacking him again. Okay, yeah. He does have a second action. Only 1 success into a block here, so no damage there.
Hmm.
He's opting to just go for the 50-50 on the McCran, which he does get. Alright, so this is going to
So
put
this,
Dan in real catch-up mode.
6 to 3 scoring. Looks like
Yes.
10.
I do think Dan has the tools available to have a good catch-up round here. We'll just see if it comes to fruition.
He does. It. He just really needs Namor to survive a Karnak again.
Um, yeah.
Because losing that whole activation was a lot of loss of mobility for just playing the whole game.
All right, so we're going to see spider rolls come out here. Dan has priority.
It looks like this is Yondu. Yeah.
Yep. So Yondu's going to go for a walk. And Strange is going to go for a walk, which is fairly painful.
I like that I found a weakness token forum post, but all it is 3 people asking the same question, but no actual answer.
As is tradition. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So yeah,
I do
you
wonder
could
if
just have
he can
12 of these
just,
things. Yeah.
yeah. It's funny. I mean, it's not like the cheapest thing to put out, right? Like it costs, I guess it only costs 2
T-
power,
uh,
but
yeah, 2 and you are attacked, so yeah, you just have a bunch of power and hope you just don't get dazed. But that is funny. Plus a weakness token.
all right. So we'll see Torb Spider rolls come out
Oh,
here. We've got
yeah,
Black Bolt not moving.
double shield. I guess on perhaps
Someone,
Toad. And the third dice hit
yeah. So
Karnak.
Karnak is
Okay,
going for a walk. That's gonna give
okay.
him a little breathing room against Namor. It looks like. I might have measured that a little more carefully because his spinder's range 3, I believe.
It is. I don't know if a short would have.
He might have had to go
I
like
get it.
directly away.
Yeah, directly. It could have gotten him away, but
All right, we
nobody
see an
knows.
immediate Namor activation here, and
Go for it.
he's gonna go
Kill
for
him.
Toad. He's hoping to get Toad in one, surf towards Black Bolt, and kill Black
Oh,
Bolt.
the king does not serve his people. Oh yeah, no crits because of the hexing. 5-2.
That
Gotta
should
pop him.
be a dazed Toad. Yep, Toad's going
Fantastic.
down, and Namor's getting his surf.
I like this probably hits a spender into Black Bolt. Might choose the interact with the Wave of Turtles mode just to grab Spider, flip McCran, and just dip.
Oh, Crunt's still pointing out that I just can't read, and it does say this character may only have one weakness token in play at a time. Thank you.
Oh, none of us can read. Okay, except for you.
Fun
Except for
ruined, but thank you.
Thank you, Crunstle. You can read better than us.
All right, so Namor has picked up that first spider that dropped, and he's putting an attack into Black Bolt. Did he pay for a spender here? He
Uh,
did. I imagine he chose the free interact.
ooh, so
The rerolls are important here.
does not convert. So 1 damage shy.
Yeah, 3-on-3 blocks.
Yeah, it'd be really bad, but you're in a rough spot, honestly.
I mean, he does still have recal available, but he did roll 4 skulls in that attack.
Yeah, it's not the best.
Oh, he's burning it. He's realizing he needs things to go his way this round.
Yeah. All right, 3 damage
3
into.
successes into 1 block.
He did
That'll
it.
get him. All right, so good recal. Not where he wanted to spend it, but I mean, it changed it, so it did its job. And yeah, we do see that free interact coming out, and Namor gets a free
Perfect.
move off of a free interact. So um,
Oh, where are you going?
I think he's
You going
going.
further in?
Yeah, that makes sense because that'll get him closer to where Strange is ultimately going to be for later dice boosts.
Oh, okay.
If he knew he was going to do the free interact, he shouldn't have picked up the spider beforehand because he could have just picked it up for free because it's interact with any number of objective tokens.
Yeah.
But not a big deal. Once Namor gets power going, it's usually like just fine.
Yeah.
So we'll see how Torb responds to the Double Days opening. It
I can
is
see
kind of
Quicksilver
awkward.
going here.
Yeah, I could see Quicksilver picking up that spider on the ground and just kind of moseying on up towards Karnak.
Yeah, I can see like a speedster to grab it and like double spender just to fly away off the edge of the map and still just get a couple attacks in.
Yeah, sure. He might even try to just flip that McCran back from under Namor. It is kind of awkward dazing a Black Bolt this early. I mean, I realize he had no real options with how this game has gone, but now Strange has like this bunker that he likes to do, and Bolt is gonna turn around and just be able to whisper right through it.
If if this is a good round for Geisman, we could see another round if so he needs 5 points to win. He'll have to daze a couple of people to get some McCran points to try and close out this round.
Yeah. Currently, does Dan still have Prio? He does. So this is like a line he needs to walk where like he hopes to maintain Prio while stopping Torb from winning the game, so that he
hmm
can like kind of mitigate a potential whisper.
Let's see,
Because
what's that?
if you can like hex and stagger Bolt at the top of next round, then the whisper hurts a bit less.
Yeah.
Or even just activate him with Strange. Yeah, Terragenesis is obviously also a concern. That's just like there are a
Oh, that's
lot of
just
things that you have to be worried about right now.
because that's just two VP. So effectively, uh, if Terriers goes off and kills somebody, then he only needs 3 victory points worth of stuff. So two McCrans and a spider,
Yeah.
or some combo of that.
Yeah, so we do see Quicksilver activating with a speedster to go pick up that spider that was on the ground, and we'll see what he does with his two actions.
I think he spent two. That looks like that's a spender into a cyclonic vortex and a
Yeah,
Namor.
should be a spender into Namor, which will give him a medium move afterwards. Um, Not a great hit. Two successes into two blocks, so no damage going
Good.
through there.
How much range 2 for?
I'm kind of surprised like he's not just going to that McCran to try to flip it from under Namor. Because then you're out of range of basically everyone besides Hawkeye, and you still have an action if you want to move away from even that.
Something cute he could do is uh use that medium move to get within 3 of Karnak, and then Spender Namor again to try and get that Count Skull thing
Sure.
from
Yeah.
Karnak.
All right. So
Uh,
yeah, he just went on top of the thing and is attacking uh, Namor with another spender. And again, it's only two successes into two blocks.
all
That
right,
that does
he's living.
completely drain Quicksilver of power. Hmm. Okay.
Good job, Namor. He lived.
All right. Let's see what Dan's next priority is here. He's measuring 5 from Karnak. Is this just Yondu attacking him?
Uh, if it is, he can't because there's a truck in the way.
It's true. What are we seeing here?
Because this could be to Miles if there's.
Okay,
Where's the damage go on? To. Well, we'll never know.
it was a hit and run. I'm assuming it was into Miles.
It had to be, yeah. No need for rerolls. Yep.
All right, so Karnak's got 3 health from the damage he took last round. So we'll see if Yondu can punch him out here.
Yondu,
Yondu's just been under this whole game on these attack rolls.
not great. 3.
This is
So it
probably his
doesn't.
best one. Yeah.
Deals
3.
1.
Yeah,
Gives him slow.
Karnak's
Just,
defense roll.
just, just stacked for conditions.
Yeah. Yeah, we do see Karnak slowed, shocked, and hexed. No, that was his best attack this game. I think pretty much every other attack Yondu has done, he's at 0 to like 1 or 2 successes.
It's been like 4 attacks from Yondu into Toad with one block, one success for attack success every single time, basically.
Yeah.
It's been a little rough. Going for the flip. Yeah. Fail?
Doesn't get it.
Yeah, fail. All right, now Spider-Man swings over, counting skulls from Karnak, kicks Yondu in the face.
I think as a Dorm player, you just really like counting skulls, so you want to see it happen.
I do. It's very fun.
I think Torb's like trying to bait him into losing priority because he's just like leaving Gorgon over there. Um, yeah, Torb's
I can
measuring
see
off of Karnak for Spender, but he's just out of 3 of Yondu.
it could also be possible Terrigenesis ranges just to check like
Sure.
maybe Miles kicks Yondu over, gets him down to 1 health or so, and then just Terrigenesis from Karnak to pop him.
Yep. Now he's looking at what he can do with Gorgon. He's seeing that he can go back there and try to get that McCran back, hit Namor. So we do see a charge coming out from Gorgon.
I like it. We got the squeaky toys in the background.
Yes. Yes, the dogs are really wanting to
Yeah.
play.
Go, Gorgon, go. Not great.
Yeah, not a good. Namor is just like, I am not going to die this round.
Yeah, if anybody thought this man had paper thin defenses, just roll better.
That's right. 3 successes into 3 blocks.
It's a natty 3. Doesn't need it.
It's not going to do anything, Cotton. An attack again. Better attack.
Oh no, it's doing something.
It is going to get the stun, which again, not a fan of.
It
But
takes 1.
3 into 2 successes. Pushes through 1 with the stun. Very eerily similar to what he did to Strange last round.
Gets the flip.
And yeah, he's just getting these 50-50s, so it's making it very rough.
Let's see. So Prio's currently in the hands of Torbjorn.
Is it?
I
No.
think so, because this is Gorgon going, and that'd be 2 left for Torb and 3 left for Geisman.
Uh, oh, yes. Okay. All right, yeah. I had miscounted earlier. Yeah, so yeah, at this point if you're Dan, you're just trying to get dazes and stop scoring as best as possible. So yeah, it is probably a Hawkeye activation here. And then whether he tries to go for Miles or Karnak, I mean Karnak's got only 2 health, so that makes more sense.
Hawkeye's kind of his best shot, but then it's got the weakness token to have a real boosted couple shots than Karnak.
It is true.
But if he takes out Karnak, there's no Terrigenesis play anymore.
Yeah, I think I think Terrigenesis is probably less of a concern this round than it is next round. Like if Torb scores 3 here and then he just opens next round and has a good Terrigenesis target, he just ends the game.
Ah, that's always brutal. Yeah, as Dan, you have to shut down just every single point possible, which is real rough spot currently.
Yeah. He's really trying to thread these needles with these hook arrows, and the positioning of other characters is not making it easy. But we do see a hook arrow being paid for here. Man, I don't know if he's gonna. I don't know if he's gonna hit this one. He's got to get like right in between those two.
Oh, why you throwing the needle so tight? Just
I think it's because on the front side of that, he is not, or the back side of it, he's probably not within 5 of Karnak.
mm, I'm trying to just grab a tool and just like see.
Yeah, he's debating it. I want him to pull out that 5 tool so I can see where that's at.
I want to see Hawkeye uh swing over, double tap Spider-Man or to somebody, and then prepays for trick shot or quick draw, so that if Karnak tries to punch Yondu, he just sacrifices and shoots him back.
Yeah.
It takes him out.
Yeah, that is a play I like to try to catch people with. I think we're probably a little past that at this point.
Yeah.
Now he's just got the medium tool out, so he is opting to just move and
Oh,
not hook
okay.
arrow. Okay, so he's is easily within 5. So I wonder if he was just trying to be in 3 of Torb's McCran for Mystic Ward.
So 4.
4 into really good block because of the weakness token.
And you could give him bleed, and then Karnak just sits there and shakes twice.
His nope, because
Ah,
his reroll converted, so 5 on 5 blocks.
dang it.
But I mean, I think bleed is what he's gonna have to give him because poison sure doesn't do anything against Inhumans. And he pays 2 to keep that weakness token right on Hawkeye. Yeah, I wonder why he opted to just walk instead of hook arrowing back.
Maybe he intends to. I didn't see him measure it. Hook to the other McCran? Okay. Yeah.
So he hits the 50-50 under Miles. Is Karnak's the only Inhuman that's not immune to poison? Wow, way to miss that.
Oh, really?
AMG. Why is that?
Oh.
There's got to be a reason for it. I just don't know. I don't know anything about Inhumans characters, but
Me neither. Besides the Goo Crusher and Black Agar Boltagon just being a fun name. That's about all I got.
he wasn't gassed like the others. Okay, all right,
Oh,
that's an interesting way to put it.
he can Terrigen others, but he did not experience Terrigen himself. What a guy.
All right, so Hawkeye does flip both of those McCrans, hoping that Torb doesn't just flip them back, but we will find out. Torb's been perfect on the 50-50s, and he's going to get 1 attack into Hawkeye here to try to guarantee it.
All right, you're shocked, you're hexed, and you're bleeding, but you're gonna punch a Hawkeye.
With a weakness token, so he's going to get extra dice.
Oh, he has got weakness.
Hawkeye does have 4 physical, though, so if he's going to survive an attack, this is the type.
5 up to 8, down to 7.
5 successes into 3 blocks, okay.
Ooh, okay.
So Hawkeye will live.
Takes 2. That's pretty good.
Yeah, the conditions did their job there. And he does hit the 50-50. Stays perfect on those. So Hawkeye can just Mystic Ward that, so that's not what you wanted to see, but you have the ability to take that away.
Oh yeah, he always does.
Assuming he does it before like Miles potentially dazes him or something, but
Hmm.
um I like Dan's kind of scrambling to stop as much scoring as possible. I wouldn't be surprised to see an Okoye move to try to flip under Gorgon or Strange activate, try to move Gorgon off so that Okoye can just take it.
I like that. Yeah, she takes it. You ward the last one that uh Torb controls, and then his only scoring would be a couple of spiders.
Yeah, you gotta hope that Miles doesn't flip any of them under your characters, but yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, you gotta hope that Miles doesn't steal Yondu's spider. There's other things that can happen here. Unless Strange, of course, just comes up and kills Miles. That's something that could happen. I think they're debating whether he would have cover against a Strange attack here. I don't think this play is likely to do much of anything. Um, like with Miles rerolls and all that. Miles is at full health.
Yeah, you gotta hope you it's gonna be pretty tough to try and like just walk up and one shot into a Miles. You could push him, you could hex him, but ultimately you might just give him a bunch of power to have like swing, spender, walk and flip or something.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, even though like he can do a lot to impact scoring, I think I'd probably just be leaving Miles and hoping that he doesn't build enough power to do too much on his own.
Hmm.
Man, the combination of Strange getting stunned last round and then getting moved by the spider is just really unfortunate. And Dan is
the,
frustrated.
the speed of the rotations is really getting to him.
Yep, the universal sign of this is not going my way.
Yeah, because unless something changes, Torb scoring, I think probably three this round. Ultimately, like maybe after like Miles tries to do some flips or something.
Yeah,
Um,
I would expect at least three, yeah. Which is
yeah, and
the
then you
number you're
just
trying to avoid specifically.
they just rip Terra Genesis and just end the game.
Yeah, like if Strange had one more power and he were just coming up to Spender Miles, I would like it a lot more. But
Oh, for sure.
yeah, I really think you just move Gorgon off the point and make sure Okoye can take that. Like you can even move in range for a Namor reroll on the attack. So yeah, we do see that.
Oh,
Okay. Double move to just try the 50-50. That
ooh,
positioning needs to. Man, Dan is definitely tilted here,
he
because
got it, but
he needed to not be that close to like not just give the easy whisper.
oh, because now regardless of Gorgon, this just can hit Hawkeye, Strange, and Namor just off the rip.
Yeah, like walk all the way if you're gonna do that.
Uh, if Miles goes, kicks Okoye.
Miles is not touching Okoye. He's not gonna risk giving up Prio.
Oh, true. Kick Yondu a couple of times. Just see how that goes.
Yeah, he's anything Miles is doing is going into Yondu and or Hawkeye.
Yeah, fish for some wilds and just try and.
I think
Which you
I
could actually just get Yondu low enough to just get Terrigenesis right there.
yeah, definitely. I mean that's definitely an option. I think if I were Dan, I probably would have Mystic Warded on that turn just to make sure Hawkeye doesn't daze here for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, Dan's just
Oh, he could swing in, get the skull counting buff from Karnak to kick Yondu really hard. Well, he looks like he's measuring it at least.
he's measuring some combination of things with
So
Karnak and Miles.
swings in, patch up for one, kick somebody.
Brady with the high level plays. I like it.
High level.
You'll never learn
Oh,
these tactics anywhere else.
just a regular kick. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think
That
Miles
makes
needs
sense.
to do anything crazy here. No successes from Miles. Oh, wait, there's a crit. I'm blind. Doesn't convert. Yondu's blocking it. He probably wanted to build like 1 to 2 power there for a spender
Mm-hmm.
and interact power. Now he's eyeing up, I think, a web swing to kick Yondu closer to Karnak. Man, Terrigenesis is just like such a rough card, man. Like it's. There was discussion about this yesterday in the Danger Room chat about how like it's just so game warping. Like Inhumans are already a good team,
Mm-hmm.
but like playing against them on civilians is just such a vastly different thing because you have to always be worried about that card.
Well, because all the other VP scoring cards, like your usurp, your mind games, the Punisher, the Silver Sable cards for killing models, those are all much harder to an extent to
Mm-hmm.
do. And this is just out of act because those are all character based and
Right.
typically on in activation, but this is just I brought 6 Inhumans, someone's low around me.
Yep.
I'm just gonna roll 4 dice and just see if I do damage.
Yeah, and it's hits, crits, and wilds. So
Yeah.
Miles does do a swing here into Yondu. He gets all of his wilds, which is what he was looking for. So 3 wilds into 1 block from Yondu is going to push 2 damage, and he's going to get the throw, which he is going right next to good old Karnak. Now, I don't think we see the Terrigenesis here because he's got 3 health left, but
I
it
agree.
it opens it up for next round. And Miles takes that McCran. So yeah, we're gonna have to see Okoye come and try to snake that back, I would imagine, and we're gonna see a Mystic Ward. Yeah, Mystic Ward being paid for by Hawkeye to
Yep.
turn off that point.
So that turned off. That's currently 3 points for Torb. Unless, yeah, Koya can fire off a Spear Blast and drop a Spider.
Uh, do you do that or do you take the 50-50 flip? Right, one of those two things saves a VP. It looks like he's opting to go for a Spear Blast. Karnak has 1 health. He'll have a Namor reroll if he goes here.
Mm-hmm.
She's in the bubble to help. Yeah, this is probably the better option.
Yeah, I like this. I like this much better. Because if she walks over to flip, say Miles's point, she's not bodyguarding. She's doing nothing of what her job should be.
So here's where, like, if Yondu hadn't picked up earlier and Hawkeye had, he could flip this as 2 VPs because Yondu would be able to pick up the spider being dropped, right? His
Oh,
Ravager
true.
code?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just objective tokens.
Yep. All right. I think firing Spear Blast, so 4 energy to 3.
We see 3 successes. Can't reroll. He's skull locked. Torb needs a reroll conversion to live here and gets it.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. 3 on 3. That is painful.
so that confirms the points. 3 to Torb, 5 to Dan.
Yeah, man, if Dan hits that, he's feeling a lot better because it just
Yeah.
stops Terrigenesis from immediately ending the game. That's that's sad to see because Dan did a lot of work
hmm
to get back into this decent position.
I kind of think we just see. It could be Karnak just tries to punch Yandu and
It's
get a
weird.
couple damage through. All the conditions on him of hexed and shocked, but you just gotta do 2 damage.
We'll see what happens with spiders, right? But
Oh, yep.
it's very weird because like Karnak's on 1 and bleeding. So if you whiff a couple times and you don't get that easy Terrigenesis, then you've wasted your priority activation. Um, I don't think you need to resort to that right away, but I could see him
Hear me?
activating someone else and just doing out of activation with Karnak.
Wild. Kind of wish you would walk him away from punching Yandu. Yes.
Yeah, he needs to get him away from Yondu for
Uh,
sure.
okay, that looks like outside of 2.
He needs to be out of 3 though, man. Like, isn't Terrigenesis range 3? It
It
is.
is, yeah. Um, but if I guess Karnak can walk Builder, punch Yandu. If Karnak just tries to Spender here, they could do a quick draw from Yandu to
Mm-hmm.
try to live and just daze him on his own activation.
Yeah.
Let's see, what was this?
All right, we see
A
Bolt
hit?
eyeing up the
Oh,
potential.
I think he's
Whisper.
walking.
Yeah, he's making sure he optimizes who's in the beam here.
Yeah. hmm
I think he rolled for Strange first, and Strange didn't get moved. Maybe Strange and Yandu were both safe.
hmm Oh, I like that play from Schmid. Miles swings and kicks Yandu.
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe hits him in the stump.
All right, so we see Royal Family coming out.
Okay. On everyone?
I would
Plus
imagine
2.
so. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Whisper. Okay.
Yep.
Save Terrigenesis for later
Yep.
when it's
Just ripping the
pre-set up.
Whisper. Now, Koya is going to be able to do some stuff here. Strange has enough for 2 dice boosts wherever he wants to use them, so we'll see how this
It,
goes.
there's sacks, there's bodyguards, there's a lot of defense tech option, which I think Namor might be in 2 of Hawkeye, or could be just a hair out.
He's probably just out, but we'll see. I would imagine we'll see Strange take an attack here. Okoye is probably bodyguarding for Namor.
I think you whisper first into Okoye just to try to get rid of her, and
Sure.
then pop the others.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would imagine Strange is boosting dice. He wants to keep Okoye alive
Yeah.
for the bodyguard, and I would expect it to be a bodyguard for Namor.
No more hexing on
Real good roll
Black
on
Bolt.
both sides. Wow. 6 successes into 6
Oh,
blocks.
I think Torb forgot he isn't hexed anymore
Possibly. I imagine we'll get
because
there.
he's got 10 dice in the pool and 2 crits. I think he's been hexed so long he forgot what the real world is like.
Well, Koye doing her rerolls now. We've got 7 successes into
Oh
7
my
blocks.
god!
So that's
7-7.
certainly something. Yeah. Give her the good old stun. And should be a stagger, right? Wild stagger, I believe.
I also agree. Yeah, I think wild stagger. Another 10.
We see a dice boost from Strange, and we see power coming off of Okoye, so she is bodyguarding for someone.
All right. Remembers crits this time, so now he's got a base 8 currently.
Ooh. All right. So that is 9 successes into what is currently 3 blocks. So even double conversions will not save an Okoye.
She did her job. She took 2 whispers. Final one
If the
into
final one is
strange,
into
perhaps.
Strange, I think that's the best case scenario for, I mean, outside of just Okoye living again.
Yeah. Ooh.
6.
Oh, so
This-
okay. So now you're in a interesting spot. You're dating strange. You could re-roll out of a lot of successes, or you just don't care. You just kill him.
Something is wrong here because only 3 dice were rolled for this defense roll, and both of these characters have 4.
Oh, maybe Dan thinks it's
Okoye.
physical for some reason.
There's no Agamotto. Like, there was nothing there. Interesting.
6, 8. Yep. Because Sack is unplayed, so yeah, just small mistake of his 4 dice.
So is this a builder
Oh.
into Namor?
Oh yes, yep. Okay, now the Inhuman Royal Family token being played for any rerolls.
5 with a Pierce. He's got one more reroll. 5 with
5
a
with
Pierce.
Pierce into 1.
Into 2. So, taking
I think
4?
4? Yeah. Decent Terragenesis time. I mean, it's not 1 health, it's 2, but
Uh, who would play Terragenesis here? Would it be Gorgon?
Bolt.
No, Gorgon's out of power.
He just built like 4.
Is he in 3 anymore? Probably, I guess, huh?
I would assume.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yep. All right, so if he plays it, game just ends right here.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you're super worried about it, but I don't know. I might wait. He's doing it. He's doing
3
it.
power. All right, 4 dice. He needs 2 attack successes, and that's the game. Maybe. He got him.
That's the game. He got exactly 2. That's rough. Damn. All right. Let's go ahead and jump right in.
Yeah.
This game, like,
Yeah.
there was just so many attacks.
Hey, fellas.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Good game. Man.
Good game.
Dan, good job trying to claw your way back into that one. That started out fairly tough, and you almost did enough the previous round to kind of offset Terragenesis being able to just end it. Karnak living that 3-on-3 was crazy.
Yeah.
I'd say so many defense dice this game.
Yeah, I think both of us just the attack to defense, because I mean my defense dice were absolutely fire too.
Sure. Yep.
Like both of us just kind of whipped all of our attacks, and yeah, I mean Blackwood obviously came through that last turn, but yeah, it was just like a super defensive skewed game. Yeah, I mean I
But
think
once again,
Yondu.
everyone like missing their attacks, that favors the scenario team, right? Like, you have to beat me down, so like it's a huge advantage for me that defense dice was good.
Yeah, so the other thing that I think was a big swing to the game was the spider infecteds. Like I think Strange just kept getting pushed or advanced, and like the one round, I think I had a pretty good Seven Sons of Cinnabis turn if I hadn't gotten advanced, but then my whole team got advanced, and I was just like, all right, sounds good.
I told you
Yeah.
setting up the Suns.
Yes. Yeah, that was unfortunate. The combination of Strange getting stunned that round and then pushed by the infected was just like backbreaking for him.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think yeah, it's weird because like I actually think I rolled on the McCran flips. I rolled incredibly, but then so did Torbjorn, so that kind of evened out.
Yep.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean,
I
it was
rolled
just
one
like,
better.
yeah, it was a weird game where it was like both of our dice were just absolutely fire on everything besides attacks.
Yeah. No, it was definitely fun to watch. The one question that I have for Dan is round one, the consideration, like Toad came up and grabbed the middle, obviously, and then you opted to activate Yondu and pick up and shoot Toad. Why the choice of Yondu over Hawkeye doing the same thing?
So Yanu gets the reroll and Hawkeye doesn't.
Okay.
So I think, I mean, it's still not good odds of a one shot. It's probably, I don't know, 25%, but I think it's a little bit higher. And if I get the Toad kill, I think it's just like an enormous swing to the game.
Sure. Okay.
Same thing where I think they're probably both applying slow on Wild. So Yondu has again a little bit better chance to get that trigger because of the reroll. And then I like him holding an extract because he gets the reroll the entire game, basically.
Okay. See, because I was thinking that all makes sense to me. I was thinking of it the opposite way, where I would rather have Yondu not holding one so that he can later use Ravager code potentially, and on top of it, if he gets pushed, it seems like Hawkeye can reposition with Hook Arrow better than him to maintain like double taps. But everything you said makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, so like as long as he can start within 5, he'll have that hit and run online. So I mean, even this, I think this game he double tapped every turn. He single attacked round 1 and then double tapped every turn after that.
Yes.
So like, I mean, his mobility I think was fine. Like maybe there was some target choices I would have done different if I could have placed him anywhere on the board. But yeah, I think yeah. I mean, he honestly probably lost me the game. Because he did literally nothing as a 4 threat, which isn't very good. But I mean that just kind of happens sometimes. Like he can just whiff attacks.
Was there a consideration for Shang-Chi in this spot to like charge and flow like water and bounce from Macran to Macran?
I just find he just dies to Black Bolt. I don't like, particularly with Great Refuge. Like it's hard to find a spot on the board for him that he isn't getting just deleted by Black Bolt. If he can get in, he's pretty good. But like if Black Bolt can shoot him from within 4 outside of 3, I think it's a bad matchup.
All right, I see that for sure. Nice.
Yep. All right, Torb, you ready for the finals next week? You ready for convocation? That's a yes.
I don't. Meh.
All right. Hype.
It's just Schmid.
Yeah, who cares about Schmid? Come on, all he talks about is European MCP and how bad we are at it. So like, I don't care. It's just another Sunday.
I love it. Beat his ass.
There is less of an outlet for the region versus region now that the TTS league doesn't have the finals. So
Yeah, like it's
true.
I don't know.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for letting us stream that one. Congrats, both of you, playing well and going 4-0 up to this point. And we'll see you next week in the final, Torb.
Yeah. Thank you so much. See ya.